and welcome to IAS Origin. Today we will be talking about a historic deal. Yes, India and UAE have done the export of oil in Indian rupees for the first time after 77 years. Yes, this is not the first time that an international transaction is carried out in rupees. Earlier in 1950s, with countries like UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, we used to carry out the trade in rupees. But after 1966, when our currency devalued, then this was stopped and we had to rely on dollar for settling our international transaction. So let's look into detail what are the benefits of this. This is the first time that India will pay in rupees to buy a crude oil. This is an important development because we are the third largest country consuming the crude oil. Yes, हमारी इकोनॉमी क्रूड पे डिपेंड करती है एंड अराउंड 85% ऑफ द क्रूड ऑयल डिमांड इज मेट बाय इंपोर्ट yes, we are import dependent economy and this transaction is beneficial for us because, for example, if we buy product A from a particular country, that product cost around $1. Now we can assume that $1 की वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू 85 रुपीज. दैट मीन्स इंडियन करेंसी में देखा जाए तो 85 रुपीज में हम प्रोडक्ट ए को बाय कर रहे हैं एंड इफ आई एम सेलिंग इट एट 100 रुपीज देन आई गेट अ बेनिफिट ऑफ रुपीज 15. दैट इज माई प्रॉफिट एज अ सेलर. But if our Indian currency is depreciating and now $1 is equal to 95 rupees, then same A product के लिए हमें 85 से 95 रुपीज पे करने पड़ेंगे एंड अगर मार्केट में मैं 100 रुपीज पे सेल करती हूँ then my profit is reduced to ₹5. As a seller, I am at a disadvantage. 15 से मेरा प्रॉफिट 5 हो रहा है because of the change in exchange rate. ये तब हो रहा है when we are exchanging in dollars. But if I want to recover my profit, then I can raise the price. If the price rises, then this will become 110 and as a result this will bring inflation in the economy. And India एक import dependent economy है, so whenever there is a change in the exchange rate it hampers our economy to a greater extent. हमारी economy में inflation आती है because of being import dependent. As a result, moving away from the transaction in dollars to transaction in rupees, this will be beneficial for us and UAE has agreed for it because in 2023 Indian Oil Corporation and Abu Dhabi Oil Corporation have signed an agreement that the further trade can be settled in Indian rupees. That is why this was a historic move. We can see that how this works. For example, if we talk about India, yes, major imports from India are petroleum crude, gases, diamonds of all form and other these products in minimal amount. But now if we are giving them rupees, so how will they utilize this rupees in the forex reserve? Definitely India कुछ export करता होगा उनको where they can pay India back in rupees and that can be utilized by United Arab Emirates. So yes, India की यहाँ पे major exports भी हैं UAE को. For example, processed petroleum goes to UAE from India. Similarly, jewelry, if we take diamonds and all golds, then we export the jewelries over there. Mobile phone components, all form of diamonds, apparels, various handicraft products are exported. That is why किसी भी कंट्री को अगर ट्रेड करना है दूसरी करेंसी में, फॉरेक्स रिजर्व में अगर वो पर्टिकुलर डॉलर की जगह दूसरी करेंसी ला रही है, दैट मीन्स एक्सपोर्ट एंड इम्पोर्ट बैलेंस्ड होना चाहिए सो दैट पर्टिकुलर कंट्री कैन बी यूटिलाइज्ड फॉर फर्दर ट्रांजैक्शंस. Similarly, India has kept this proposal in front of Russia also, जहां से वो major chunk of oil import करता था, but that was rejected by Russia. Russia has suspended the negotiation to settle the trade of oil in rupees. Now, what can be the reason? The reason is simple here that India UAE को export भी करता था, import भी कर रहा था. But when we talk about Russia को हम सिर्फ pharmaceuticals export करते हैं majorly and they have also been declining. Drug formulations and biologicals have declined, iron and steel have declined, telecom instruments have declined. As a result, if Russia takes the settlement in rupees where it will utilize this rupees. Now for further transaction to other countries, it need to convert that rupees into dollars. So the transaction cost is increasing. As a result, Russia has declined it and UAE on the other hand accepted it because balanced approach chal raha tha. That is why UAE agreed. So this process via which transactions in the international market are settled by our own home currency is known as internationalization of currency. Means that you are using rupee for international transactions. So that is internationalization of rupees. So today in this video, we will be talking in detail about the impacts, challenges and benefits of internationalization of rupees. Before starting on to our topic, I would like to welcome you on IAS Origin and tell you that you can enroll with us for Prelims plus Mains program where you'll get live classes, one-to-one mentorship session, unlimited recorded access of our live classes and a personalized strategy plan based on your needs. Let's begin with our topic. Now, what are the benefits? First benefit is appreciation of currency value. Now when you are using it in the international market, then definitely आपकी currency की value increase होती है. So this will increase the demand for the rupees in the international trade. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा country trade करेंगी, that means the demand for the rupee will increase. हमारी rupee की value stronger होगी. In terms of dollar, अभी हम weak हैं, बहुत ही ज़्यादा weak हैं. But with more and more transaction in rupees, rupee dominant होता जाएगा, just like dollar happened. Okay, then is the reduced exchange rate volatility. Now whenever we do transaction, for example, as I said, $1.85 tha pehle, 85 rupees, then $1 became 95 rupees. Now when this amount is accumulated for the whole lot of imported things, this becomes a huge cost and as a result हमारी इकोनॉमी में hamper होती है. As a result, this is a volatility. जहाँ डॉलर की डिमांड एंड सप्लाई चेंज होगी वहाँ हमारी रुपी फॉल एंड राइज होता है. As a result, this reduced exchange rate volatility can happen if we internationalize our currency. Increased demand for the currency होगी global market में and this can reduce volatility, making it more predictable. Now your currency will be more predictable how it is changing. So this is another benefit. Next is geopolitical advantage. It can strengthen the economic ties with other countries, facilitate bilateral trade agreement and promote diplomatic relation. Now, when you're settling in rupees, that means you are doing away with another country जिसका dollars में terms था. Now when UAE and India are settling, that means they are doing it on a bilateral basis, foregoing the third country जिसकी dominance थी. So here आपका एक major role आ रहा है, geopolitics में आप rise कर रहे हो. This is how geoeconomics and geopolitics are related to each other. So this is an advantage for us because you will be getting an upper hand with these countries. Now there are certain challenges in India when we talk about internationalization. For example, limited international demand. When we talk about rupee, dollar की बहुत ज़्यादा demand है, but when we talk about rupee, only 2% of the international trade में 2% ही rupees का transaction होता है. So this is such a low amount. Easily इसे internationalize करना possible नहीं होगा. Next is convertibility concern. Now convertibility means full convertibility. Okay. That means that I can exchange rupees in the international market anywhere, anytime without the permission of the government. This is convertibility of rupees. Now, if we talk about India, India में full convertibility नहीं है. Convertibility 1994 में was brought about only in the current account. सिर्फ करंट अकाउंट कन्वर्टेबिलिटी थी, नॉट कैपिटल अकाउंट कन्वर्टेबिलिटी. एज अ रिजल्ट दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू इंटरनेशनलाइज. द इंडियन रुपी इज नॉट फुली कन्वर्टेबल. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज चैलेंजेस इन ट्रेड सेटलमेंट. Now this will become a challenge when we talk about countries like Russia जिन पे हमारा मेजर एक्सपोर्ट नहीं होता है. If we give away the rupee settlement, वो उनकी फॉरेक्स बास्केट में आ गया, बट वेयर दे विल यूटिलाइज इट, यूएई कैन यूटिलाइज इट but not Russia. So this can become a challenge of trade baskets. Now let's talk about what can be done to do away with these challenges. We can bring about full convertibility and trade settlement. We can extend the convertibility facility in the capital account as well. Okay, for example, तारापुर कमेटी recommendation उसके बेसिस पे करंट अकाउंट में आया था. We can take away the recommendations further and think upon this by various committees. How can this convertibility be extended and bring about a full convertibility? Okay, next is liquid bond market. रुपी को स्ट्रेंथन करना है तो इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में लाना होगा, लिक्विड बॉन्ड्स इशू करने होंगे सो दैट पीपल कैन बोरो with the help of Indian instruments, Indian bonds. They can finance the project. For example, masala bond लाई थी Indian government, masala government, where Indian rupee denominated bond थे, where people used to take loan from those bonds. So this can be further expanded, जिससे कि रुपी की वैल्यू बढ़े इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में. Next is currency swap agreement. Now in currency swap agreement, various countries exchange one particular currency which is not the dollar. Okay, so they settle for exchanging that currency, and after a particular period that is returned back. So here currency swap agreement, for example, we did with Sri Lanka. So this can be further expanded. जहाँ जहाँ currency swap agreement बढ़ेगा वहाँ वहाँ हमारे रुपी की वैल्यू बढ़ेगी and it can become internationalized. More and more transaction होंगे because this currency swap agreement is used for transactions and also for settling away with the loans. Next is inclusion in the SDR basket. Now SDR is special drawing rights. Yes, it is a special part of IAMF. IMF में जो करेंसीज की वैल्यू बहुत ज्यादा है, 5 करेंसीज की वैल्यू से एसडीआर की बास्केट बनती है. नाउ इंडिया कैन पिच अवे फॉर इट्स इंक्लूजन ऑफ रुपीज इन द एसडीआर बास्केट. दिस विल स्ट्रेंथन आवर रुपी फर्दर and we can go for the internationalization. So these such steps can be taken away for internationalization. We can follow the example of Chinese renminbi. How China did follow a phased manner to make renminbi an international currency. For example, we are doing with many steps like RBI has rolled out a classic paper and also introduced Vostro and Nostro account. Yes, these accounts are used for settling trade in the domestic currencies of 2 different countries. That means we are taking step and the leap forward in this direction, and definitely in the long run we will be able to strengthen our rupee and reduce our dependence on dollar and go for strengthening the Indian currency and internationalization of rupees in the future course of action. So that was all about settling trade in rupees. Hope you liked the video. Do like and comment, and for more such videos subscribe to our channel IAS Origin. Thank you.